Hello and welcome to my top 10 LEGO Star Wars MOCs that I've ever made. As it is May the 4th, so I thought, why not? My channel's been going for about 9 months and we've recently hit 600 subscribers, so thank you so much for that. And in that time, I have posted 59 MOCs to this channel, so let's go through my top 10 favourites. At number 10, we've got the Battle for Baby Yoda. This MOC was created for M&R Productions Mocktober MOC contest last year. What you'll notice is that a lot of these were for MOC contests. But this is basically set off the first season of The Mandalorian when the Mandalorian goes to, well, kill Baby Yoda, but he ends up saving him. I enjoyed this MOC just because of its different style. I liked how I mixed in the white with the tan even though it didn't work perfectly. I like how I put in this little cantina in the back. It isn't a great MOC, hence why it's number 10, because not all MOCs can be winners, but I'm still happy with it overall. Up next at number 9, we've got my Mandalorian Throne Room MOC. Now this MOC was made actually in part of a competition, that being TBC's MOC building competition, where I basically had to build this live within an hour. And I'm really happy with how it turned out, based on the fact that it only took me an hour and I had the pressure of it being live. I really like how the snot floor turned out, even though if it didn't look perfectly. The window designs were cool, and I'm really happy with how the throne turned out, as well as Maul's stance as well. I think that looks really cool. Coming in at number 8, we've got a MOC which probably most of you won't even know existed, that being my Heavy Artillery Fort on Kashyyyk MOC. As you can see, this was uploaded 8 months ago. This MOC was based on Kashyyyk, of course, and it's basically just a heavy artillery fort. The detail isn't astounding, but I like this top cannon section, which I did, and it had quite a spacious interior. I think for the amount of time this took me, I'm overall happy with the outcome, even though if I were to rebuild this again today, there are 1,000 things about it that I would have changed. Up next at number 7, I absolutely had to include my Goobafish MOC. Mainly because this is the only micro-scale MOC I've ever done on my channel, and I'm super happy with the outcome of it. I love how the colours pop and how the actual fish looks connected to the Gungan sub, and also the story of my battle with that Gooba fish and just how long it took me to build and how to get it right, and that terrible stream of me building it. Anyway, moving on as quickly as possible. At number 6, we've got another one of my absolute favourites of Mini MOC March, that being the Porg Mech. There's no way I couldn't include this little guy. I'm absolutely astounded at how well this turned out. This was basically just a concept that I had in my head, and I thought, why not build this? And I'm so happy with the detail I got into it. That gun I'm super proud of, every aspect of it. I'm just super proud of the details, and I really love the overall result and just the shaping of it. I think it's an excellently done MOC, if not to toot my own horn. But yeah, I love it. Moving on. Up next, we've got the oldest MOC in the list, and one of the oldest MOCs on my channel, that being my custom Republic attack shuttle. I'm so happy with how this turns out. I think I actually want to make a new video on this, because you can see here I don't even have video footage to show you, you've just got pictures of it. I love the interior, I love how I got the shaping of it, I love how I changed the colours to white. I just think it's a really nice MOC, and I do want to make more videos on this. At number 4, we've got another oldie, that being my 212th Stronghold on Florum. This is a really old MOC. I really like how this MOC turned out. Based on the size of its actual base, which is like less than 32 by 32, I really love the wall details I got here, and I made it nice and tall to pack in tons. I believe to date this is my only 212 MOC, so I definitely want to make more because they're really cool troopers. I just love all the little rooms I stuck in here just to make it nice and jam-packed with fun little scenes, which I like to do in as many of my MOCs as possible. Now I think it's these top 3 that really step up the game, the first being my Separatist bomb-making factory. This was the MOC which won me Republic Studs MOC building competition, and I just absolutely loved this thing. The toxic lake burns straight into your eyes immediately, along with those bright orange clone troopers. I love the popping colours all over this thing. The giant tower is such a nice touch, and I really love the integration of the actual building there. The rock work is probably the best I've done to date, and I love the minifigure placement too. And also the inclusion of my custom Separatist shuttle is really nice as well. Again, tooting my own horn, but I love it. Although I think it's fair to be proud of yourself when you think you've done a pretty good job, and with this one, I definitely think I did. Taking in the silver medal at number 2 is the Battle of Nal Hutta. This mock I'm really proud of because it's a scene that I still don't believe I've ever seen being built before in LEGO, and I just love how it turned out. The absolute standout here has got to be that gigantic snot platform and the circle in the center of it, which took me a ridiculous amount of time to get right, but I think the overall outcome is spectacular. The minifigures all over the place look really cool, and I just love the way this has turned out. The rock face is really nice. I love these big grey, like, upturned slope sections, and it also is an interior. Although the interior probably isn't as good as my last entry, but I think the exterior here just slightly pips it to the post. So yeah, again, big fan of this mock. But here's the one you've all been waiting for. Most of you probably already guessed what it is, but at number 1, it absolutely has to be my Theed Palace mock. I'm going to go with my 501st version here, purely just because I like the video of how it turned out better, because it's a lot brighter. Yeah, this is my favourite mock that I've ever done to date. In terms of the size of it, the detail of it, the minifigure placement of it, the ideas of it, the techniques of it, I think this is the best work I've ever done in a mock. I think it's fair that I definitely put the most effort into this mock. It took a 13-week building series to get it finished. And yeah, I'm happy with how this turned out, to say the least. Could it have been improved? Definitely. The interiors definitely would have had lights, and if I could do this mock again, that would be the main thing I'd want to do. But in the end, I think this is the best mock I've ever done, and I'm super, super proud of it. And hopefully you like it too. So let me know if you agree with this list. Obviously, I could not put Camino here because it is not finished yet. I do believe that will be one of my best mocks ever once it's done. So definitely check that series out if you haven't already. I will try my best to link all 10 of these in the description below if you want to see any of them a little bit closer. And sorry if anything I said today came off a little bit egotistical. That's not my intention here. I just want to show off how proud I am of my stuff. And hopefully you like it too. And if you're new, subscribe so you can see whatever I do next. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.